Bit of an odd video for me, this, but I wrote this morning, so enjoy. It's called, So, you want to rent a house? Let's dive right in. First, let's cover some basics. Do you want to be near a town because you work there? So let's see if there's a university nearby, because if there is, then the landlords can get between £500 and £900 for just one room. So why would they rent it to you and your family for less than £1,500? You're going to need to look a little bit further out of town, so let's try that. How about somewhere that's not directly in the town, but close to the main road so you can actually get to work within a reasonable time? Well, everybody else wants that too. So you're looking for something sensible, something that's not directly on the main road, meaning that your front door opens directly into the inevitable roadworks, but so is everybody else. This means we need to look even further afield, away from the town and away from the main roads. So how about one of those new housing estates? Well, all the houses are tiny. You'll have an embarrassing little square of a garden. The kitchen will fall apart. The bedrooms only have a view of what everybody else is up to, and there's parking for only one car. So that lovely little housing estate in the pictures is chock full of cars parked on the curbs because there's nowhere else to put them. Your local pub is likely going to be a generic chain, and when it's time to drive to work, well, it's time to drive for work for everybody else as well. There's only one road on and off the housing estate, so you'll have to wait in line with all the others, and then do that again at the main junction up the road to get from your housing estate onto the actual road network. And the best bit is, you get to do all that again not long after 5 o'clock. All right, so maybe not a new build. How about something that isn't brand new, but also isn't a rundown project? Well, guess what? Everybody else wants that too. So this means good quality houses are in short supply because landlords have realised that they can rent any old crapper and still charge the top rate because most people just don't have a choice, especially if they're trying to arrange viewings while also doing important things like working, to get the money for the rent. Also, you're going to want to find a house in an area that people actually want to live in. Most people don't want to be in the middle of nowhere or in some rundown third world community, so there's that to consider as well. So let's say you found a house you like. What's next? Well, it's listed with something called an estate agent, and this is an entirely different breed of human. Not only that, but the estate agent has 40 other people and families that all want the same house, so they can do what they like. It's also a good idea to view a house because it's shocking how deceptive the estate agents can be with their photos. That lovely sideboard in the kitchen of that rustic house? Nah, you got to zoom in a bit. That's a 30-year-old boiler in the middle of the room. That lovely view that you have outside? No, you're overlooked by 4 neighbours, and, by the way, the landlord is one of them. That beautiful scenery that you thought was visible from the top bedroom? No, you've got to zoom out, and you'll see the motorway beneath the windowsill. Right, so let's say you found a house. It's not in the town, it's not on the main road, it's not a new build, it's not totally run down, and the photos do actually represent what the house looks like. It's not in the middle of nowhere, and it's not in the third world. What's next? Well, we've got to arrange a viewing. Oh, we're very sorry, but all the viewing slots for this house have already been allocated. Yes, we know it's only 9:15, and the listing went up at 9. So let's try another house. Oh, you managed to get a viewing. Brilliant. And you liked it. Even better. Sorry, the landlord said he doesn't want any children. He's after a young professional. And yes, we know it didn't say that in the advert. That's really a bit of a grey area. Should we try again? You don't really have much choice, do you? So let's do all that again and find a house that's not in the town, not on the main road, not a new build, not totally run down. The photos do represent what the house looks like. It's not in the middle of nowhere. It's not the third world, and the landlord actually doesn't mind children. So you get the viewing and you like the house. Now let's submit an application to the letting agency. They only want proof that you earn 20 times what the rent is, even though you've been renting for a while. They want a credit check, 6 copies of letters from people saying you're all right, a blood sample, a urine sample, and that 25-page dissertation that you wrote for university, 6 photos of your first car, and a holding deposit, and an admin fee. Oh, great, you've done all that. Brilliant. You must be feeling a bit weak. Let's hope it works out. Right, we're sorry to say, the landlord has decided they don't want to let the house out after all. Shall we try again? I know you've had enough already, but come on, you do actually need somewhere to live. Right, one last time. Let's find a house that's not in the town, not on the main road, not a new build, not totally run down, and the photos actually represent what the house looks like. It's not in the middle of nowhere, it's not in the third world, the landlord doesn't mind children, you've done all the paperwork and biological samples and fees, and the landlord still wants to let the house out. What's next? Oh, we've got to pass your application to the landlord to make a decision. Good luck, though. Your family of 2 adults and 2 children and 2 cats are only up against 3 others, and neither of them have any children or pets. But you never know, you might get lucky. Right, pick yourself up. Let's try one more time. Let's find a house that's not in the town, not on the main road, not a new build, not totally run down. The photos look like what the house looks like. It's not in the middle of nowhere. It's not in the third world. The landlord doesn't mind children. You've done all the paperwork and biological samples and fees, and the landlord still wants to let the house out, and you're up against 3 other applicants who are just like you. The landlord's been in touch, and due to the level of interest, he wants to do sealed bids. What's that? It's where you write a number on an envelope that you'd be willing to pay for the house, and then the other applicants do the same, and the landlord chooses the biggest number. And by the way, one of the applicants is actually here on a government contract, and their rent is being paid for by a military contractor. So you're going to need to add another 0. Shall we try a different house? Right. Let's find a house that's not in the town, not on the main road, not a new build, not totally run down. The photos actually look like what the house looks like. It's not in the middle of nowhere. It's not in the third world. The landlord doesn't mind children. You've done the paperwork. You've done the biological samples and the fees, and the landlord still wants to let the house out. And you're up against 3 other applicants who are just like you. And the landlord isn't so greedy that they're doing sealed bids. Awesome. Your application is in. You are almost there. We just need to wait for the feedback from the landlord on the 4 applicants that we pre-vetted and sent over to him. Good luck, though. Your partner and your 2 gorgeous children and your 2 cats might finally get a house. You're only up against 3 others. They don't have any children or pets, but you never know. One of those applicants has just offered to pay 6 months' rent up front. Do you think you could maybe find that? Oh, all right, no problem. We'll be in touch. Would you like me to put you in touch with the housing people at the council? Most of the housing stock was sold off years ago, so there's a waiting list, and everyone that's managed to get themselves a half-decent council house has now dug their heels in and won't be going anywhere until they pop their clogs. Oh, and you're also not a priority case because you didn't recently arrive here from a war-torn country that we invaded a few decades ago, so we've got to give priority to those people who hate us for invading a few decades ago and have got totally different morals, values, ideals and all that, especially sort of around the age of consent and whether it's okay to marry a 9-year-old. But we'll pop you on the list and someone will be in touch, probably in the year 2157. That's a pretty accurate piece of writing, and it also doesn't include all the houses that are no longer on the market because they're being rented out by Serco, and the amount of landlords who've just given up selling and are selling up due to government legislation. So after all that motorhome, caravan, boat, tent is suddenly looking a lot like freedom, isn't it? Right, gotta go. I'm going to fit a tow bar